Tamil Nadu faces its greatest challenge yet. Temperatures soar and vital water sources vanish. An ecological crisis begins. A green invasion is spreading across Tamil Nadu, drains the earth, leaving it parched. Native wildlife and vibrant ecosystems are pushed to the brink. We must act now to restore our native lands.
Rising temperatures and water scarcity are devastating landscape, fragmenting forests and displacing wildlife challenges of our time.
Looking at our landscapes today brings up a really stark, almost frightening question. Are we leaving behind a desert, or are we leaving a forest? Because for decades now, there has been this quiet invasion, just choking our land. We're seeing it absolutely everywhere, across our village commons, our forests, grazing lands, riverbanks, and even right in the middle of agricultural fields. It's a silent siege, and it's slowly turning vibrant, life-giving earth into cracked, dry soil. We're at a critical crossroads here, and the direction we choose today is definitely going to define the Tamil Nadu of tomorrow.
So, who exactly is the invisible villain in our story? We'll meet Seemai Karuvelam. Scientifically, it's known as Prosopis juliflora, but you might know it locally as Seemai Jolly. It's a thorny tree native to Central and South America, and it was actually introduced to India back during the British colonial era. They brought it in with, good intentions to fix fuelwood shortages and stabilize drought-prone lands. But we all know how those quick fixes usually turn out, right? This tree became a biological bully. It completely ignored the rules of our local ecosystem, and today it is spread like wildfire into every single district of Tamil Nadu. It acts as a catastrophic water thief, ruthlessly extracting our vital resources.
Now, when I was researching this, one specific number absolutely shocked me: 4. Just 1 single kilogram of this invasive weed consumes 4 liters of our precious water just to grow. Imagine that. Now multiply that by the millions of these trees spreading across our state. It's staggering. This is exactly why our farmers in drought-prone districts are just watching helplessly as their wells run completely dry and our beautiful lakes turn to dust. It is literally drinking our state dry, one drop at a time.
Okay, let's dive into this a bit more, because the problem goes way deeper than just water. Literally, the roots of the Seemai Karuvelam plunge 10 to 15 meters deep into the earth, drawing out way more moisture than our dry lands can possibly spare. And it gets worse. It actually releases toxic compounds into the soil that completely suppress the growth of any nearby plants. This creates a dense, biological desert where no native flora can even survive. You see, this completely destroys the natural habitat for our beautiful native wildlife, like the blackbuck. And for our farmers, it aggressively takes over their vital grazing lands, and its long, vicious thorns severely injure their cattle.
The damage is so severe that getting rid of this plant isn't just some nice environmental idea anymore. It is the law. Just look at how this has escalated over time. Following a public interest litigation back in 2015, the Madras High Court essentially declared an all-out war on this tree. They issued 34 strict directions to government departments and private landowners for its systematic eradication. And building on that immense legal mandate, the Tamil Nadu government really stepped up in 2022, enacting a comprehensive invasive species removal and ecological restoration policy. The mandate is crystal clear here: the invader absolutely must go.
But here is the reality check we have to face. Traditional, isolated government drives face incredibly high costs, they have limited manpower, and honestly, the weed just grows right back if you aren't careful. That is exactly why the Seemai Karuvelam Challenge is such a game changer. It completely shifts the paradigm from a top-down government project to a massive, people-powered movement. Because to find a truly sustainable solution, we need millions of eyes, hands, and hearts working together. We need continuous monitoring, and we need to actually restore the land, rather than just clearing it and walking away.
And you know who the real heroes stepping up to this challenge are? Our youth. Tamil Nadu is so blessed with thousands of schools, hundreds of colleges, and lakhs of passionate students. By transforming these students, NSS volunteers, NCC cadets, and Eco Club members into green ambassadors, we are unlocking the largest environmental workforce in the entire state. And they aren't just out there doing manual labor, right? They are learning real-world teamwork, leadership, and hands-on environmental science. Think about it. If every single student removes just one invasive plant and nurtures one native tree, the cumulative, transformative impact on our ecological heritage is going to be absolutely staggering.
So here is a crucial point. Simply chopping down the tree totally fails. It will just sprout right back up. To truly reclaim our Earth, we have to follow a very strict 3-step strategy. Step 1 is complete mechanical uprooting. We have to use JCBs to dig deep and completely destroy the entire root system. Then comes step 2, which is where the real magic happens, the immediate planting of climate-resilient native trees in that exact spot. And step 3, continuous tracking and care for 6 to 12 months. Because a tree that actually survives a year is worth far, far more than a freshly planted sapling that just gets forgotten.
When you compare them, the contrast is literally day and night. While the invasive Prosopis drains our water and destroys the soil structure, our beloved native trees like the vani, neem, banyan, and our iconic Panamaimaram or palmyra, they do the exact opposite. They work in pure harmony with the local water cycle, they facilitate deep water percolation to actually recharge our precious groundwater, and they provide specific food and shelter for our local pollinators, birds, and insects, literally rebuilding the entire food chain from the ground up.
Now, how do we actually pull this off on such a massive statewide scale? Well, this challenge brings technology and nature together just beautifully. Participants use the Green Campus platform to upload geotagged before and after photos, complete with GPS mapping, timestamps, and even satellite monitoring. We have QR code-based tracking for the newly planted native trees, and all of this data feeds directly into AI dashboards with a really fun gamified points and badge system. It creates this transparent, measurable, and highly engaging living map of ecological restoration across the entire state.
Through this kind of technology and just sheer willpower, we're seeing educational institutions completely transforming into active biodiversity and restoration hubs. Imagine an entire engineering college adopting a nearby degraded lake. You have teachers acting as mentors, taking ecology out of the textbooks and turning it into real-world action. Our schools and colleges are becoming the very epicenters of Tamil Nadu's ecological revival, and they're creating measurable, tangible environmental impact right in their own backyards. And what's really fantastic for these institutions is that participating in the challenge seamlessly aligns with major academic and global targets. By adopting these degraded lands and restoring them, campuses directly fulfill the sustainability goals of the National Education Policy, the NEP 2020, and the NAC criteria for institutions. At the exact same time, they're contributing to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and India's Life Mission for Climate Action. So you see, you are acting locally, but your impact is truly registering on a global scale.
We've covered a lot of ground today, but I want to leave you with this powerful thought from the movement itself. Every native tree we plant is a promise to the next generation. Every Seemai Karuvelam we remove is a step toward restoring Tamil Nadu's water, biodiversity, and future. Let every campus become a living forest. Join the Seemai Karuvelam Challenge today. So, my friends, I have to ask you, when you look at the vacant land near your home or your campus, will you choose to let the silent invader win? Or will you get your hands in the dirt and plant the roots of our soil? The choice is entirely yours.
Restore our land's green glory. Take the Seemai Karuvelam Challenge. Plant native trees, save water, create a sustainable future. Visit greencampus.in today.